Hello everybody, my name is Crumpytoast. Welcome back to our LA Angels franchise series here on MLB The Show 24 as we move into our final month of September for the regular season of the 2025 season. Now we are not eliminated just yet, and it will take just one hot streak for us to make it, as we are 2.5 games back of the wild card. All we have to do is secure that third spot, but basically the Yankees and the Red Sox have 1 and 2 locked down, as the Orioles are leading their division. You know, those three teams can be interchangeable for the AL East, but the other two are pretty much a lock for the wild card. And then that third team is up for debate. Now it is basically the team struggling to make 500. The Guardians currently have it sitting at 500 at 69 wins and 69 losses. We went 2-8 over our last 10 and are sitting 2.5 games back. Now, I think the team I would probably bet money on to make the wild card, and it is pretty much anyone's race at this point, would be for the Astros. Now, all it would take for the Astros to make it... Now, Luis Garcia is injured with a fractured forearm, but he can come back. He has been relatively up and down for them. Christian Javier, however, has been very good. Ronel Blanco has been very, very good. Yusei Kikuchi, who is on the last year of his deal, is pretty good. Framer Valdez has been so-and-so. Really good WAR, but pitching stats are kind of meh for him. And then Hunter Brown was injured with a shoulder tear, so no telling when he gets back. And they really just need pitching to step up. They have a lot of depth, but really just mediocre overall. But they do have Yainer Diaz. They traded for Pete Alonso for their new first baseman, who he has 22 home runs and batting .273. Jose Altuve, who has regressed heavily, but still a 26 home run member, almost batting .300. And then they traded for Jose Miranda, which is 99 contact and 99 clutch, so maybe he'll be able to bring in some runs. And then Jeremy Pena, Jordan Chaz, which Jordan is kind of a down year for him. The batting average has dipped a lot, although his doubles is on pace for a career high. And the home runs is still almost breaking 30. And then Chas McCormick out in center. He's always been decent for them, even though he's a dick. And then Kyle Tucker in right field having a career year. Career high of 36 home runs, might break 40, and still batting over 300 with 70 walks and 83 RBIs. So I would bet on the Astros making the wild card. So I wanted to take a moment and look at the injured list across the league. Of course, we have Nolan Schanuel on the list. He'll be out for probably the rest of the season. And that is really it for us. As for the Astros, Luis Garcia still has 7 days on the list, but still 1 to 2 weeks out. And 1 to 2 months out for Hunter Brown. So Hunter Brown's not coming back. Twins don't really have anyone. Vinny Pasquantino has a torn labrum. I've had that. That sucks. That's about an accurate timetable for that. And then over to which also Charlie Flint, remember him from the season opener? 15 home runs is pretty decent for him. Garrett Cole still has shoulder cartilage damage, and then Oswald Peraza has a torn MCL, so that really blows. Did not play that much this year at all. Yeah, it looks like Garrett Cole's been out for a while. And then Garrett Whitlock has a torn labrum, out 6+ months, so he's out for the rest of the season, which is a big blow to the Red Sox as they are trying to make the playoffs. Or, well, they've made the playoffs. They're trying to, you know, make a deep run. John Means, whatever. Trying to really just focus on anyone on the 60-day. A lot of injuries for the Marlins. Ezekiel Duran with a torn MCL. That is a big blow to the Rangers. And then, yeah, back over to us. So, not too much. But yeah, just wanted to point out that Red Sox injury. So, Vegas is sitting at the bottom of the division, so I am just going to start sieving, really. And we go an even 2 for 2 against them. And we are in our City Connects against Cleveland. Maybe, maybe not. Just autoing all of this as we get swept by Cleveland. And we are 9 games out from being eliminated from the division. 13 out from the wild card. Actually curious, has anyone been eliminated yet? The Blue Jays aren't eliminated from the playoffs. Sorry, Blue Jays fans. And then the Diamondbacks, Rockies, and Nationals are eliminated. Marlins are 1 game away. And we have a 3-game series against Texas. And we actually win 2, and then we have a final game against DeGrom. Detmers versus DeGrom, and we lose 1-8. Man, DeGrom is good. Now we have the Twins, who are sitting at 82 wins. Actually, is that leading? That's leading their division now, isn't it? Yeah, they're 6 games ahead. Yeah, the AL East is always a dogfight. Padres are the first team to 90 wins. Phillies right behind them. Now we have the Twins. Chase Silseth is almost back. And he is back in the rotation. So, and then of course our lineup got mixed up. Got Miguel Andujar now on first base. And where is Kepler? Ah, he's on the IL. Torn finger ligament. Great. All right. And then we are swept by the Twins. And we have 6 more games before we eliminate from the playoffs. But what I'm really focused on is 2 before we are eliminated from going 500. I really just want to play Silseth's last start of the year. Quinn Priester for the Red Sox. Looks like he is the one replacing Whitlock, as he has only 7 innings pitched. And then that is actually a home game. No, I don't want to end the year on a home game, but the only other choice is frickin' Vegas, and that game's laggy. But the Red Sox are at 90 wins. Wow. Really fighting hard for that. All right, well, Brian Bello versus Mike Soroka. And then, yeah. So let's go ahead and play a couple innings of this game. Actually, so Trout's hitting 293. Oh, Hoppy finally came down to earth. He's hitting 288, so below 300. And the Red Sox lineup, actually didn't get a good chance to look at it. All right, so they're leading off with Rafaela into Wilner Abreu, or Willier. Rafael Devers, Kristen Casas, Marcelo Mayer, Kristen Arroyo, Roman Anthony, Kyle Teal, and Vaughn Grissom. What kind of lineup is this? That one out towards the gap. Trout's going to have it, and it's a leadoff single for Rafaela.
Not accepted. The right fielder, Willier Abreu. Ball 3.
I got 3 balls. Just got to play something down the middle. I'm really hoping he can hit this one into a double play. Sinker away and chops foul. Alright, let's not throw in the changeup anymore. Jesus. Alright, if he's hitting things out towards the left, that means he is very late on them. I want to give him a fastball low. There we go. Thought it was a walk, but that is not the case. You are out, good sir. Devers fouls this one off. Alright, runner tried to steal, but now he has to go back. All right, this one out towards center field. Kind of just laid one in there for him. Going to third, and that was a terrible decision. And the runner is out. Tristan Casas batting .237. This one out towards the gap. Down center field. Trout's going to have it over to Neto to third, and runners stay. Not really sure what makes this Red Sox team so good. And swing and a miss. Strikeout. All right, Brian Bello, who signed a long-term extension with them, and when he was hitting .240 now. That's probably where our slump has come from. That's going to be out towards left field.
Batting second.
Will Brennan hit 20 home runs, really? Wow, I did not expect this guy to have such value when I traded for him. I just wanted a leadoff hitter.
Ball two. You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
That's just a bad swing.
Oh.
Batting third. The center fielder.
Alright, this is post-editing Grumpy. At this point in the recording, my microphone literally, like, the boom arm fell off my desk, and I just threw the pop filter off of it because I was mad. And so I tried messing with the audio, but all I really ended up doing was making my in-game audio sound louder than my actual microphone. So it just would have been poor quality. So I'm just going to voice over it as the Red Sox rout us in the 7th. We do make a little bit of a comeback, but 2 outs, and we end up losing 5-3. Now that is it for that game, and we're going to move on to the rest of the month. Now we have a little bit of a wild card race to focus on. All right, so sitting with 2 games left in the season, I did sim that series against the Mariners. The Astros are actually tied with the Guardians for the AL wild card. The Red Sox and the Yankees have clinched, they've clinched it. So they're ahead in the standings, so they are guaranteed to make the playoffs, and really, I think it's just between them and the Orioles. And then the Braves are 1 game out from the wild card against the Reds, so we'll have to see. Everyone else is eliminated. We're coming down to the final 2 games of the season, which we're actually also seeing a lot of these sort of wild card scenarios in real life as we are entering the last week of baseball for the regular season in the 2024 season. A lot of wild card games to focus on in real life, but for the most part, we kind of know which teams are going to make it. I don't think there's many, games that are half a game back. So Cincinnati has won 5-2, and I believe that is almost going to clinch it. The Braves do win, so there might be a world where Cincinnati loses and the Braves win tomorrow that they can make it. But simming the rest of the games across the league, most of these are just, not really worth much. And Shane Bieber, 8 for 14. That is very questionable. That's very, very weird. The Astros win 2-1. And Cleveland loses. So now the Cleveland is going to be a full game back. Yes, they are going to be a full game back. So on the final game of the season, if Cleveland wins, they have a shot. They're not eliminated yet. And if the Astros lose, then it's going to be up for contention. Now we're going to go into our game against the A's in Vegas for our final 2 games of the season. Now it is Mitch Spence on the mound. The Athletics went 68-92. We went 74-86. So we were actually above 500 for a portion of the season, which is very surprising to me. And Mitch Spence on the mound. Luis Rengifo up first, batting .245, and I'm very not happy about that. I feel like he should be batting a lot higher with his contact numbers. And he's going to hit this one out to center field, and that's going to be out number 1. All right, and then next up is going to be Will Brennan. We traded for him at the trade deadline for a leadoff hitter after shipping out Taylor Ward, and he is going to get a walk. He's batting .289, which has actually been very good value for him. And then next up we have Mike Trout, our king. 297 on the season. That one's counting as a strike. Just clip the zone. 1-2 count for Trout. And that one is a wild pitch. Brennan's going to advance to second. And the A's have a very questionable farm system. In fact, the move that they made, Darryl Bowers, the 4th overall pick in last year's draft or the year before, shipping him out for Noelvi Marte, that infuriates me. And if you saw in the bottom right, you saw that Trout is at 398 home runs. And right there on the cusp of 400, he hits number 399 with 2 games left. So roughly after this, he's going to have 7-ish at-bats left to get to 400. His 31st of the season, 427 feet. That one was absolutely blasted. Crazy stuff happening in Vegas right now. Hey, he has really been collecting them against these A's over the course of his career, this time in Vegas. All right, couple of A's highlights to look at here. Silseth strikes out Ruiz looking. Questionable call, or questionable decision to just watch that one. And then Noelvi Marte batting 234. Hope he was worth trading your best draft pick in a long time. And he is going to get on with a single. Now, I don't really know how much sample size he's had at the major league level off the top of my head. But Brent Rooker up next, batting 276. He strikes out on the slider. He has 30-some odd home runs. I think about 35, maybe. Yeah, he has been crushing it. And then Noelvi Marte with a stolen base there. And that's going to do it because Langoliers is going to fly out to center after this. Trout up next, 1 for 1 today with a home run. Let's see how well he can do here. I don't know really if we're going to be swinging for the fences or if they'll just try and walk him because he has 90 runs this year. And that one, 3-1 count for Trout, has a green light, but nothing to play around with. Now the power is on our side. Mitch spends 50 pitches in, lays that one down the middle. Perfect. 91 power, back and gone. No doubter home run, number 400. Let's see if we get an animation for this. And Mitch Spence has an injury. Way to make the moment about yourself, buddy. Oh, man. Probably tore a hamstring or something, but come on. That took away Trout's 400th. I mean, it just took away the celebration, and which that is very unfortunate. Yeah, we'll just have to stick around for 500. I mean, it may take 2 or 3 seasons, but Trout at the ripe old age of 33, I think he'll last that long. And hopefully the power, stays intact so that he can get it. And might have to DH him in the future, but we'll have to see. All right, moving on. We won that game 4-0, and we move on to the final day of the season. And looking at the games, and spoiler warning, I accidentally sim it right here, so unfortunately we are not going to have as close a wild card watch as possible. But the Astros did end up winning the 6th seed, and the Reds did as well. So Milwaukee's hosting the Reds in a divisional matchup, and then Texas and Houston, such a hated rivalry, as well as the Yankees and Red Sox. That'll be fun. And so yeah, the Guardians ended up 2 games back, so they lost and the Astros won. So they missed out. All right, and then this is your playoff format. Again, this is going to be the end of the episode. If you want the awards, you're going to have to check the link in the description. Take a look at my spreadsheet. I think you'll find it very informative with all the correct statistics and really just, I mean, there's a lot to look at there. It's just basically the season recap as a whole. And if you want a spoiler for the offseason, go and check that offseason tab. Now, I hope you like it. Hope you enjoyed. That is going to be the finale for the 2025 season. Well, actually, we have the off-season episode up next. Now, this is a long-term franchise series, so I don't plan on stopping uploading this until MLB The Show 25 comes out. So we'll have to wait and see then. So that is going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.